Hello, welcome back to Vlogmas. So in this video, we're actually going to start with my A5 planner that I use for work, and we're gonna go ahead and get that set up so that I have a pretty good snapshot of what I want to do moving into next week. I'll also be implementing any deadlines or anything that I have that I really need to be aware of because I have 3 major projects that are coming to a close, and I need to make sure that all of those closing activities that you have for a team at the end of each project and the deliverable cycle and things like that, that we're progressing to that cleanly. So in my previous video, I showed you that I went in and kind of played around with this layout, and I do apologize. I'll try to make sure that you're in frame with this weekly layout. This is the Rachel Weekly by Paper Test Designs. It's an undated insert printable that I've had for years. I use it because it allows me kind of a vertical view of what my week is supposed to look like. Never ends up looking like this. It allows me to build kind of a weekly action item side with priority tasks that I need to get done, as well as having my daily tracker of the things I need to do every day at work, as well as deadlines, so on and so forth. So there's lots of space, lots of ways to use this, and it will fluctuate depending on what's happening each week of the year. So this is what I played around with last night and kind of filled things in and looked at it and said, okay, this will work. I did go ahead and start to fill in some things last night, and I stopped myself because, yeah, you guys need to see this happening. The other thing that we'll do is take a look and set up, because this is Friday, set up for what Monday is going to look like for me for work. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that I like to do is go ahead and put in my anticipated schedule. There are things that happen every single week at the exact same time, and I need to go ahead and make sure that those are happening. I have a kickoff meeting with my internal team first thing Monday morning, which is good. And then I have a client-facing meeting that I have every single Monday and Wednesday with all of the partners, all of the stakeholders for this project. I also have some other meetings that I have with, I go in and, just observe with the project managers that are on my team. I go in and observe theirs. And then I have a meeting later in the afternoon on Mondays that is with one of our clients, and it's working with all partners and taking a look at the development, the implementations, everything for every line of business that they have, and working with all of the partners and all of the vendors that they work with. So I have that, and then I have my L&D meeting. That's learning and design. Those of you who don't know, I'm a project manager and instructional designer by trade, and I do both. And so, yeah, I wear a couple different hats. So then Tuesday at 8 o'clock, we have one client that has a lot of meetings, so you're going to see those initials pop up quite a bit. And basically what you don't see offline is the fact that I have my Outlook calendar, which is linked to Teams and everything for work, here on my schedule. And I like to make sure that I have that in place so that I can fill all this in. And I need to move a meeting So basically what I did was I just sent an email to my boss asking if we could move the meeting that she schedules with me once a week, our weekly check-in, to the hour below, so that it doesn't conflict with this client-based meeting that I have. And then I have this one here, and I have this one. All right, so let's continue. Now that I have my schedule in and I know the daily things that I want to check, I have some major deadlines that I want to map out. There's a couple things that go on with my job, and one of them is client reviews. And I have a couple of different projects that are actually in client review next week, and I want to mark those days in so that I know what is happening. And basically I'm going to use my yellow highlighter to mark that so that I know that on Tuesday morning or Monday and a day, I should be expecting notification from my client that the review is completed and I can initiate the next phase of the project. I also have another client that by the end of Friday, I should have review feedback from so that we can move into the final phase of the project. So those are there. And then I will insert my deadline specifics down here, but I'll do that offline because you don't need to be part of that. Also, I won't fill in like existing to-dos or things like that until Sunday night after I know what has been completed and handled by the end of today and anything that I work on in the weekend. So that is how I set up my week. This is how I'm going to be setting up my week for right now, moving forward. I think it really works. And then Sunday night, I'll come back in and set up everything I need to be aware of for Monday morning. So that's it. That's my work planner. Notes pages, dot grid pages for brainstorming, things like that are all in place. But this is how I intend to use my work planner. And I did want to show you, like with December, I do have my major deadlines and deliverables and things like that mapped out on my calendar, but I also have things like my husband's birthday. I'm going to be leaving work early today, so that's something that impacts these 3 things that I need to make sure I deliver. I also have a haircut on Saturday, but I have a team offshore that I need to work with on Saturday to get some integration of courses into learning management systems with. So there are things on here that I said before, there is some bleed over of personal into this planner, and it's the personal that's going to impact something that's happening in my given schedule. So that's it. That's my work system. The base level is set up, and I will come back Sunday. We can do that together, and we'll set up what my day looks like on a daily level here in the planner together. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you tomorrow.